Live to go more in depth for us. Jessica?
Yeah, Gina, we are now just 2 hours away from when this stay-home order goes into effect. Today, Harris and Fort Bend counties announced there's tighter measures they hope people will voluntarily comply with in an effort to keep more of us apart.
You got to get out of the house.
With business and school happening at home, Robert Janey and his granddaughter needed time outside at Lansdale Park. Nearby, the water fountain is covered, the playground closed. Stricter measures are just hours away.
The reason for staying at home is just so people, if they get sick, they don't flood and overextend the hospital system. That's the main thing.
Janey has gotten the message many city and county leaders are sending.
By staying home, we are saving lives. We are flattening the curve of the virus, and we're making sure that we're not overwhelming our healthcare system and therefore our community as a whole.
Harris County, with the support from the city of Houston, activating a stay-at-home order effective at midnight. Fort Bend County followed suit.
I did not make this decision lightly, but neither did I hesitate.
The orders available at abc13.com make exceptions for essential sectors like food, healthcare, and transportation, and their employees. Non-essential businesses are asked to comply and close or help employees work from home. Residents can continue to spend time outside and leave home for the grocery store and other necessities. If needed, the orders will be enforced.
I think it's the right thing to do. So essential stuff and essential stuff only. Man, I'm a truck driver. Ain't gonna be no staying home.
All of us need to put our part, do our part in this.
In Harris and Fort Bend counties, the orders expire April 3rd.
Hopefully this is a short-term thing.
Jessica Willie, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
We're all hoping that at this point, right? Well, several state lawmakers are critical of the stay-at-home orders, knowing it's hurting businesses and costing people their jobs, fearful of the damage it will do to the economy.
That's the biggest card they can play in an epidemic. And once it's played, you can't pull it back. And that's where we're at this point in time.
Well, if you've lost your job or have reduced hours, you can apply for help online, or you can phone the Workforce Solutions. The state has more than 1,000 people manning the system right now.
With the stay-at-home order, you cannot go to work unless it's considered an essential service. You cannot visit your friends and your family if it's not an urgent visit. And you cannot visit people in the hospital nor in nursing homes. However, you can still do things like go to the grocery store, the pharmacy, the doctor, even the vet. And you can get takeout food, take care of family or friends in your home that live with you, or you can exercise outside. ABC 13 reporter Stefania Okoli is live now with a closer look at our new normal. Stefania?
Gina, good evening. There's definitely a new energy in the air, right? It's almost like you're watching your back more than usual and looking at everyone pretty sideways. It's some of the effects of social distancing, our new norm. It's to help potentially slow the spread of a deadly virus. But how do you adjust to this new norm, and how do you make it normal for yourself?
You know, the problem is that we look at things from what we see as a norm, and we find that anything that changes for us tends to be, oh, it's horrible, it's bad.
Behavioral specialist Michelle Thompson says getting through this time is in part about perception. For sure, nothing feels normal about big blue tape on grocery store floors, warning customers to be 6 feet apart, social distancing signs at pharmacies, a child's happy place blocked by tape. The message, don't come within 6 feet of me.
If you're looking at this from a horrible perception, then you're going to experience it from a really bad place. It's going to cause depression. It's going to cause anxiety.
At the end of the day, it's for the greater good, but an adjustment most have never had to make.
I'm not used to looking at people, assuming that somebody's sick.
Houston mortgage lender Corey Scher is one of many feeling uneasy with the energy. Grocery stores, parks.
You can tell people are looking at each other differently, and you can tell everybody's on edge.
Experts say study proves this practice of social distancing will work. For many, it's a matter of getting used to. Thompson offers a way you can remember.
Really, the best thing to do is really just to try to stay as present as you possibly can, and then you can actually try to remember things a little bit easier.
And somewhere further down the line,
we hopefully can go back to living our normal lives day to day.
But Thompson says there's a chance we could see a long-term effect.
When it's all done, I think people probably end up kind of adapting through some of these things on
I'm Svenia Coley, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Now, in Texas, more than 13,000 people have been tested for COVID-19, and 715 of them have tested positive in 65 counties. We know 11 people have died. And Governor Greg Abbott told us today that the state will be receiving more PPEs, including more than 1 million masks per week beginning next week. But here in Texas, healthcare leaders are very concerned they'll run out of hospital beds. And that's actually just a small part of the worry.
You guys are heroes. You are being asked to do more with less every day.
Dr. Ismail Porsa is the CEO of Harris Health, which runs Bentab. And when he said this morning that his team is already doing more with less, we wanted to know what he meant on that one. The hospital assured us earlier this week it had enough protective gear, and we haven't heard of any other problems. This afternoon, Dr. Porsa explained he's already lost staff due to COVID illness.
Folks are having to take on more on their shoulders to fill in the gap. In addition to that, I mean, it's not a secret that, testing is an issue. Access to PPE is an issue.
The hospital has said it has enough protective gear for a few weeks to a few months, depending on the number of patients they're dealing with.
This is video of medical staff in Oakland, California today protesting the lack of PPE there, and also the fact that they're being asked to reuse masks and goggles. President Trump addressed that issue today.
Through FEMA, the federal government is distributing more than 8 million N95 respirators, 14 million surgical masks, and many, many millions more under order, and they'll be arriving soon.
The president also saying today that he hopes to have the country opened up by Easter, despite warnings from health experts who say that could overload the hospital systems and cost more lives.
I said earlier today that I hope we can do this by Easter. I think that would be a great thing for our country, and we're all working very hard to make that a reality. Easter is a very special day for many reasons. For me, for a lot of our friends, that's a very special day. And what a great timeline this would be.
Right now in New York, the infection rate is doubling every 3 days. And in Louisiana, confirmed cases tripled since Friday to roughly 1,400. Also, a famous Tony Award-winning playwright is among the dead in the U.S. because of COVID-19. Terrence McNally dying from his complications. He was best known for writing the beloved musical Ragtime. McNally was 81 years old. Meantime, the Dow jumping 11 percentage points today. Investors hopeful that Congress will finally pass that stimulus package to help out the economy. However, the U.S. Senate just suddenly recessed at 9:30 p.m., and there most likely will be no vote tonight on that $2 trillion bill.
Well, some breaking news from Southwest Houston. You're looking live at pictures of a scene where police say a 7-year-old girl was shot. This is right outside of a strip center on Broadway near Belfort, and we do know that child was rushed to a hospital, but right now we don't know her condition or what may have led up to the shooting here. We'll keep you updated here and at abc13.com as we learn more. A grocery store worker in California tested positive for COVID-19. So after the break, we're looking at how you can stay safe while grocery shopping. And new tonight, a Houston firefighter experiencing COVID-19 symptoms is in quarantine.
A patient he had come into contact with was positive for corona.
So while he's in quarantine, his wife, we just heard from right there, cannot get a test. How she's coping with their infant and what she says you should do so you don't accidentally expose someone, like a first responder, to the virus. Travis?
A day for the record books here in Houston. A record high temperature of 88 breaks the old record from 1907. In Galveston, you tied your record high of 81. And here come the 90s. We will challenge more record highs ahead of a cold front this weekend. Your forecast coming up.
On his way to U of H, the Cougars football recruit working overtime during the shutdown with his entire family at his side. A home gym unlike any other ahead in sports.